saved. You know, I was in church my whole life. I served my whole life in church. That's kind of what we were raised to do. But I kind of despised Christians. They were fake. They were phony. They were judgmental. I grew up seeing Christians, you know, act one way in church, and when they walk out the doors, they're talking bad about people and gossiping. And if the internet had been around in the 80s and 90s, if we had social media in the 80s and 90s, I probably would have never gotten saved and never become a pastor, just because of all the people who call themselves Christian and seeing what they do to other people, you know, on the internet and so forth. And so I spent my high school years just with, you know, redneck. We all had trucks and TVs in our trucks with antennas. And, you know, I made good grades. I was a straight student, but just kind of hung out with guys who were willing to fight for their friends, had loyalty for one another. And, you know, if someone was messing with one of us, they were messing with all of us kind of thing. And then, I got married, so, you know, young at 19, 20 years old. And I started researching, ways to disprove the Bible. You know, I knew Christianity and I grew up in that environment. I thought, you know, I'm going to prove that it's wrong. I'm going to prove that it's not true. And so I started trying to disprove the Bible, and I could not do it. And I started trying to prove Buddhism or Islam and Hinduism and so forth. And I kept finding gaps in all of those different religions, and I kept finding holes in it and things that didn't go together and contradictions. And so after all that, you know what? You know, I got interested. And I gave my life to Jesus, and shortly after, I started a church. I started pastoring.